Hi everyone, it's Heidi here from Flutter by Heidi. I'm Heidi Smith. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United Kingdom, and today it's September. I can't believe it. So that means we're almost at Christmas. Well, okay, but not that many weeks away. Anyway, I was playing recently with the snowflake wishes, with both the Lumiere that I've made and also a couple of cards like this one. And so, because I was playing with the stamp set, I thought, well, actually, perhaps it's time for a little treat box. And being a Frero Friday, it's not quite a Frero size, though it would fit a Frero. I've come up with some Icicle treat boxes, as I've called them, as you can see here. And I've used the snowflake wishes for the sentiment, and I've used some of the lovely First Frost designer series paper, which is a 6x6 one. And on the front side, you've got some lovely photographic wintry images, and on the reverse, you've got these beautiful white and silver foiled patterns. So these are the ones I'm going to be using, which I just think are absolutely beautiful. And you could do them with either one, but I just thought with the kind of silvery image, it just sort of kind of reminded me of icicles. And I mean, it's not cold here in the UK at all, and it doesn't get as cold as many of you get. But I thought, you know what? Oh, that's the last pattern there. There we go. Let's go for it. So I'm going to grab one of these pieces of paper, and you just need a 6x6. These are really easy to make. They come together very quickly. And you don't need to do much in the way of scoring either. I score to start off with, but that is simply because it makes it a little bit easier. And then you can put whatever sentiment you want. This one fits in a 1.5 inch punch, this one here, thank you so much. And on this stamp set, apart from the lovely snowflake images, which are almost kind of, almost got an antiqued feel to them, a kind of shading on them, but you've got snowflake wishes for Merry Christmas, may your season sparkle, you know, and some lovely accent images as well. So that's the stamp set. Comes with some lovely dies as well to coordinate. I've actually used another suite here which just shows how well everything works together, and this is some Misty Moonlight and Silver Baker's Twine, which comes in the Flowers for Every Season combo pack, one of 3 of the ribbons you get there, and it's beautiful. And so I'm going to use, although I've used Pool Party, Balmy Blue ink on that one, and I've used some of our lovely Balmy Blue glimmer paper as well, but you could easily pop in a bit of Misty Moonlight if you wanted. The Misty Moonlight, obviously being a darker shade, works well anyway, even with the Balmy Blue. So shall we get started? Okay, so keep your paper at 6x6, and quite simply you're going to score at 1 centimetre on one edge. If it's directional, you need to make sure that you can bear that in mind. Mine isn't, so just fold that over, and the first thing I'm actually going to do is just go to this bottom corner and trim it up at quite a sharp angle, and this is to make your folding easier. So with that strip folded over, take the opposite edge and just fold that up to form a triangle. Really simple. Grab your bone folder and just run that along. Make a really nice point at the bottom there. Now you can either fold to the middle here if you want to, if that is easier for you, if you can see it, or you can very carefully, making sure that this doesn't kind of come out of alignment, fold it over again. So just pop that there. You see, just line that up on the edge, and again crease that down, and it is as easy as you know, we're almost done, would you believe. Now, depending on where on what you've scored it at, you're going to then work out where this what the shortest bit is, and you're going to take about 1 inch off there. So it's just over 5.5 inches to the middle point there. So I'm going to measure to 4.5 on the side. So just make a little mark on one edge, and you could do that obviously with a pen if you've got one. I haven't got one of my erasable pens here, so I don't really want to mark it. But once you've marked it with your embossing tool, just line your ruler up across the 2 marks Perhaps if I make a pencil mark. Have I got a pencil handy? Of course I haven't. Why is it always the way? Anyway, basically you'll find your mark and you're going to score across it. And then you're going to repeat that across all of them. And obviously once you've done the first one, and again, you don't have to be massively precise. You can, do you know what, I'm actually going to put a dot in here just to show you. So my one mark is here. My next mark on this score line is here. I'm going to do my next score line again. You can see I'm sort of folding my ruler up, so it just make sure it's right on that score line. And the last one is here. There you go. That hopefully should make it a little bit easier for you to see. So you're just going to line your ruler up and score across each of the sections. Like so. Then the next bit with our sort of short piece on the top, and that's only so that we can make sure that we're there. If you measure across this, you'll find that it's sort of just short of 1 3/4 inches. So I'm actually using the outside of a reel of washi tape. So you could use whatever you happen to have to hand. You could use a 1 3/4 inch punch and punch a circle if you wanted. You could probably use anything that's about 1 3/4 inches diameter. That at 1.5 inches is a little bit small. But as I said, you could always just punch out a piece of card with, you can see here, just to create a template. And all you're going to do is just pop that on there and score round. And when you've done it once, that's all you need to do, because you should be able to cut through all 4 layers. You are just going to cut around the top there. Now, I've probably made this one a little bit shorter actually than I think I did that. That's about right, okay. And then when you open it out, you've got this really pretty sort of fan shape. And all you need to do is grab some Stampin' Seal Plus 3D items. So we want a little bit of a stronger seal here. Make sure you glue right up to the top edge and just fold that over to create our cone. And then where we've scored, you can just fold that down. And you might find you just need to come in and snip a tiny bit more at the edge there. And those just fold in to the top, as you can see, like so. And just interleave them. So I've got a little extra bit there, so I'll just snip that flap off. So if you just interleave them, as you can see here, and the last one just tucks in, says like so. Now if you're going to fill it with something a little bit weighty, so some sweets, you might want to just add a couple of glue dots. If not, then there's your cone, and all you need to do now is grab a piece of card and our balmy blue ink. And goodness knows what I've done with stuff. I did have a stamp here only like about 5 minutes ago. But hey, do you know what? We won't do any sentiments. Let's just add some snowflakes. Oh, there it is. So snowflakes there. I'm going to add some misty moonlight for my image to make it a little bit darker. So you've got a really pretty layered effect there. You could use misty moonlight stamped off if you wanted to. Punch that with the 1.5 inch punch, and then use the 1 3/4 inch punch to do that. Now if you wanted to be really frugal with this, you could always come in with a smaller punch if you wanted to. So for example, you could come in with your 1 inch punch and punch a circle out there to use for another project, because that still gives us plenty of space to add our glue around the outside. I tend to use wet glue on glitter card, and that just helps it stick a little bit more, because it kind of almost is like a 3D. There we go, there's our sentiment. Good old Stampin' Dimensionals. Use the large or the small, depending on what you've got to hand. On something like this, I will often use 2 small dimensionals rather than 1 big one, because that means I can actually, if I double check which is top and bottom, having said that sticks better, I've now not pressed it on quite hard enough, there we go. So I'll just add 1 there at the top, 1 at the bottom, take off the backing, and there we have a couple of pretty quick and easy simple icicle decorations. Great for the Christmas table, great as little thank yous, just simple little icicle cones. Hope you've enjoyed them. If you'd like to purchase any of the items you've seen today, pop along to my blog, Flutter by Heidi. You'll see the links on this blog post to the various items I've used, or pop along to my shop at heidismith.stampinup.net. Can't even get my words out today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Thanks then. Bye bye.